Well, where should I start? At times, smart technology doesn't necessarily make us worry less or walk less or change the season.
Change to Channel 7.
Or settle our conflicts. Or solve loneliness. Or replace our loved ones. Smart technology doesn't change you. Only you can make a difference in your life. Xiaomi Smart Life.
Xiaomi.
I want to congratulate Lei Jun and the entire Xiaomi team today. Xiaomi is one of our most important partners, and we have a long history of collaboration, from the very first device to today's launch of the Mi 10 series. These incredible devices will help drive the continued success of 5G in China and around the world, and they will be powered by the Snapdragon 865 mobile platform. Engineers from both companies have been working for months in the Xiaomi Qualcomm Joint 5G Lab to create the best possible experience for Xiaomi users. Snapdragon 865 brings the best of 5G and AI together. Our leading 5th generation AI engine is 2 times more powerful than our previous platform and delivers breakthrough features like on-device translation. And the platform powers the highest quality gigapixel speed camera and desktop-level gaming features for the 5G era, with leading peak and sustained performance with days of use leadership in the industry. All of that with multi-gigabit 5G connectivity 3 times faster than the competition. It is the only truly global solution with dynamic spectrum sharing for superior 5G coverage and power efficiency. Nothing else comes close. Best wishes to the team at Xiaomi, Mi fans, and everyone in China. And we stand with you, our employees, along with our other friends in China during this challenging time. Stay strong.
Exploration is more than just discovering. It's about expanding. Expanding out to explore new possibilities. Each step providing you with a wider horizon. In 2019, Xiaomi launched a satellite equipped with its latest imaging technology. Expanding our imagination for how we view this world. Captured with our 108 megapixel camera. How clear can it be? 2020, Xiaomi technology will serve over 100 million users worldwide. We aim to reshape everyone's perception of technology. Let your imagination come alive.
everyone. A very warm welcome to all our fans, our partners, and our friends in the media joining us on the live stream today. My name is Shou, and I'm the President of International at Xiaomi. Today, we'll be introducing some great products for you. But before we do that, I would like to make a few remarks on the recent circumstances. Ladies and gentlemen, these are extraordinary times. Xiaomi has friends and family all around the world. Our thoughts and our prayers are with everyone dealing with the pandemic today. Now, in these special times, I want to say that there is strength in solidarity. We are waves of the same sea, leaves of the same tree, and flowers of the same garden. This is a quote by Seneca that we sent with our first shipment of masks to Italy. Now, we were the very first to respond to the rising needs in Italy, sending a very large shipment of masks on the 5th of March. We continued this effort, sending shipments to France and to Spain in the last couple of weeks. In Spain, these masks were received on the 18th of March and distributed to hospitals on the very same day. In France, the masks were donated to Pasteur Institute, and who are working towards a cure and organizing supply distribution. You see, when our friends are in need, there is no time to lose. I really hope that more will do the same. More than anything, it's made us very happy to see that what we're doing is actually helping our friends. Now, thank you very much for the kind words. Please don't mention it. We consider it our duty to help. We're working very hard to get these masks to even more people around the world, and as soon as possible. Because together, we can overcome this. Now, we will not stop here. Today, Xiaomi pledges to donate 1 million masks across Europe in the shortest time frame possible. A lot of our supply is already ready, and it's on its way to its destination. Now, because the virus can affect us, but we cannot let the virus defeat us. You see, without our fans, there is no Xiaomi. We have grown because of you. In fact, it was only 6 years ago that we entered the global stage. And today, we've entered more than 90 markets around the world with a top 5 smartphone market share in 45 of these markets. Now, incredibly, as of the third quarter of 2019, our overseas revenue was nearly half of Xiaomi's total revenue. Now, combining just the first 3 quarters of 2019, our revenue across overseas markets is already very, very close to $10 billion US. We should successfully cross the $10 billion mark when our Q4 results, our full year results, are announced very shortly. Now, we've achieved all these through dedication to innovation over the years. And we will continue to focus on innovation and are planning a $7 billion investment into 5G and AIoT technologies over the next 5 years. As some of you may know, Xiaomi has been active in 5G R&D for quite some time now. Now, this came to fruition last year when we launched our Mi Mix 3 5G, the world's first commercially available 5G smartphone in Spain, Barcelona in February. Now, today, I am very excited to launch 3 new 5G smartphones. Xiaomi is a company that listens. One of my favorite things to do in my downtime is to look through all the social media channels to see what our fans are saying around the world. Now, on all social media channels this last month, the number one topic was, where is the new Xiaomi flagship? Well, you asked, and we listened. So today is going to be the first global official launch of the Mi 10 series. The Mi 10 series is our 10th anniversary flagship series, and by far our best to date. Now let's take a look at what this Mi 10 series is all about. Thank you. Now, as I mentioned, we'll be launching not just one, but 3 5G phones today. And the first two of these are the Mi 10 and the Mi 10 Pro. Now, these phones have been wildly successful since our China launch in February this year. And we've been working very, very hard to bring them to our global audience as soon as possible. Now, as you may already know, the Mi 10 series video performance is incredibly impressive. With 8K video recording, a host of software features, and nearly unmatched stabilization, this is a beast of a video phone. Now let's take a look at that in detail. Now the first thing that people have asked across social media channels is, why 8K? Why do I even need it? Now let me give you a sense. This is a video in full HD, the same video in 4K, and this is the full thing in 8K. Now to give you some context, 8K is an amazing 16 times bigger than full HD. Now simply put, it's just more detailed than ever before, even more than what some of the professional video equipment can record. We've also backed this groundbreaking resolution with a host of software features. Now, when you really want to keep the focus on what's important, and that's you, my dear audience, we've added portrait video. Now, simply put, this means a creamy bokeh and a very crisp foreground. It has a very cinematic feel that helps guide your viewers' eyes through the creation of picture-perfect portrait video. Isn't that beautiful? In the same vein, we've added color focus. Now, as the name implies, this means that your focus is in color and everything else is in grayscale. Now, I personally think this is super, super cool. This makes sure that your subject pops out in vibrant color, and is definitely one of my favorite features. Now, I think with this, you can get those precious likes on your social media account. Isn't it cool? And for you action seekers, I know it can be very hard to keep stable when shooting gets a little bit crazy. So we've included Shoot Steady mode, which combines optical image stabilization and software enhancements, which gives you the steadiest video possible, even in bumpy conditions. Now, the difference and benefits of Shoot
108 megapixel camera. How clear can it be? Every Mi 10 user will have the same answer. Our world has never felt so real. In 2020, Xiaomi technology will serve over 100 million users worldwide. We aim to reshape everyone's perception of technology. Let your imagination come alive.
Algorithm. What this means is that with one click, we can automatically set a variety of shooting parameters for you. With no effort at all, just one click, you can get vibrant, flawless shots. Now for me personally, this is a very important feature because I'm not very good at taking photos. So with one click, my amateur photo skills now look professional. Now next up, let's talk about the epic zoom range. Mi 10 Pro supports up to 10x hybrid zoom and 50x digital zoom. To give you a sense of the zoom range, each of these shots were taken from exactly the same point, from 0.6x optical all the way to 50x digital. Now I want you to pay attention to the 50x digital picture. Look at this. You can even see this person next to the house that you cannot see with your naked eye. Isn't that cool? Now the camera package for Mi 10 series is unbeatable. Now for Mi 10 Pro, DxOMark called it the new image quality leader at the time of launch. So how did we do this? Now, besides using the state-of-the-art, top-of-the-line hardware, we also have a strong camera R&D team working to improve your experience. We have 9 centers dedicated to photo quality around the world and also beyond the globe. Now, what do I mean by this? No, I really want to clarify, we did not colonize another planet. In November, what we did was to send our 108 megapixel sensor into space alongside a satellite. Now we called this Let's Capture Our World. Let's take a look at how this turned out. This is our blue Earth shot in 108 megapixels. The details are incredible, right? Well, let's take a closer look. Absolutely breathtaking. Now at this range, it really gives you perspective on how we are united as one species on one planet. Let's zoom in even closer. Now from a satellite in space, the Mi 10 series camera captures the terrain in an amazing amount of detail with a 108 megapixel camera. Just check out the crispness of the edges in this photo. I also want to point out a few things. This, for example, is the Emi Kosi. It's a dormant volcano in the Sahara, in the country Chad. This is the Oronga crater. This crater has been around for nearly 345 million years. Now, because these pictures were taken with a 108 megapixel camera, we can keep zooming in on any picture, like this, and clarity remains even after zooming in. Now, this camera has outperformed every expectation in photography, offering more detail than ever before. These photos have been incredibly popular since we shared them on our social media channels. So globally, we'll be offering the real images of our Earth in 108 megapixels as wallpapers, downloadable for all Xiaomi fans around the world. Consider this our gift to you. Now, if the camera can do this from a satellite in space, just imagine what it can do in the hands of our Mi fans. Combining all these, it is not hard to see why DxO rated the Mi 10 Pro the world's best smartphone camera. But we've talked about some very big details. How about the tiny ones? The small details. Now, why do we care about small details? Because in my opinion, it is the small details that makes these phones an enduring legend. Now, there is one thing that has been very useful for me while I was preparing for this presentation. The hardware flicker sensor. Have you ever tried to take a photo of a display, a TV screen or a laptop screen, and notice how difficult it is to see anything very clearly? Now, what you'll typically see are black lines across the photo. Why is that? Now, this is because the refresh rate of your display screen and the shutter speed of your camera don't actually match. So we put in a sensor called the hardware flicker sensor to prevent this. Now, this is a photo taken without the hardware flicker sensor of a display. What the sensor does is that it automatically detects the refresh rate and adjusts the shutter speed of the camera for it. I took this photo myself, by the way. This photo is without the hardware flicker sensor. And now this is one shot with the Mi 10 Pro. It's really amazing the difference it makes. And very, very useful when you need to capture information on a display and share it with your friends. This feature is available in both Mi 10 Pro and Mi 10. Now let's take a look at design. Summing up, the Mi 10 series looks and sounds better than ever before. With 90 Hz smooth sync, incredible dual speakers, and gorgeous colors inside and outside. You see, you have seen what the Mi 10's camera can do, but have you heard about our dual speakers? We've had the speakers high-res certified, ensuring amazing audio fidelity. This makes it great for consuming content by yourself or with your friends. But what does that mean? This means true stereo sound, which is sound coming from more than one source. Now, if you were listening to this on your Mi 10, you will hear the sound travel from left to right. Now, I have a visual to demonstrate. You see, by offering high-res stereo audio, we think that this is especially useful for gaming, because you can now hear which direction your enemy is coming from. Now, beyond that, the Mi 10 Pro can also automatically detect which side is left and which is right. So even when you rotate your phone, the system automatically detects orientation and adjusts for you. Again, another small detail. Now, dual speakers are usually only available in flagships. Now, even in flagships, the difference, again, is in the detail. Mi 10 uses 12/16 speakers. Now, what this means is that the speakers are 12 millimeters by 16 millimeters. Now, I know some of you watching this are doing the math. There is one competitive phone here with a 1310 speaker. I just want to point out to you that 12 times 16 is larger than 13 times 10. So even the largest of our competitors' speakers is smaller than ours. Now, the Mi 10 speakers are also symmetrical. What you see on this chart is that both our speakers are the same size. What this means is you get a more balanced audio experience. You can see that the competitive flagships are not symmetrical, which means that the sound is not going to be as balanced as ours. In fact, because of these, DxO Mark, for the third time, gave us top score in this area. So combining all these, the Mi 10 Pro gives you amazing video, amazing audio, and an amazing camera experience. All three rated #1 at release by DxO Mark. Now, the Mi 10 offers a very similar experience. Speaking of tiny details, our front camera is now one of the smallest punch hole displays in the market. It's tiny, tiny, tiny. Now, there are a lot of ways to approach the front camera situation. So, why did we choose our solution? Because user experience is key for us. Now, what do I mean by this? Let me spend some time to explain this. First of all, clearly the solution in the middle, the big notch, is just too big. So let's remove that. But how do you compare a center punch hole, the one used by our competitive flagship model, to a phone with a punch hole on the side? How do you compare the user experience of these two phones? You see, we think about how people often watch and play video games. How people often watch video and play games. You do that by flipping your phone sideways, and the punch hole disappears behind your thumb when you do that. Now, with a center punch hole, and I'm going to put the center punch hole here just so you get a sense. You see, the experience will not be quite as complete. So it's always about the details, the small details. In colors too, we've actually made great strides. Both Mi 10 and Mi 10 Pro feature the #1 rated color reproduction and management technology. What does that mean? It means that the colors are the closest you can get to real life. Now, there's actually a measure for this, and it's called delta E. To simplify this, a score under 3 means it's entry-level professional grade. A score closer to 1 means it's closer to real-life colors. Now, Mi 10 Pro offers an amazing delta E of less than 1.1. You can compare this to our competitors, which measures at 2.14. Compared with other flagships, we offer 2.5 times better contrast, equivalent brightness, and much closer to real-life colors. This is very useful for creatives and photographers. But really, I think it's for everyone. This includes people who like to buy clothes and makeup online, where the nuances of color is actually very important. But also it's for people like me who just like to have better colors on my phone. Now, speaking of colors, the Mi 10 series comes in some great ones. Here is the Mi 10 Pro in a smooth matte solstice gray. The Mi 10 Pro also comes in a matte alpine white with gold accents. This is actually the one I'm using right now. The matte finish makes it even more grippable and very resistant to fingerprints. And it has a very luxurious sort of look to it. Now, that was the Mi 10 Pro. Mi 10 comes in coral green. Coral green is super unique. So when you take it out of your pocket, it's sure to get noticed. It also comes in twilight gray, which features a gloss exterior that really captures light very well. Look at this. So here are the Mi 10 Pro and the Mi 10 in all 4 colors. Should we show them to you live? Okay. Colleague, please. This is the Mi 10 Pro in Alpine White, and so is this gray. For those at home, this is the time to screenshot. Okay, thank you. And this is Mi 10 in coral green and twilight gray. Now, please make sure you check them out in person when the opportunity arises. Thank you. Now, this would not be a flagship without speed. Mi 10 is faster, better connected, cooler than cool, and more powerful than ever before. Part of what makes it so incredible is the Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 chipset. It has a unique 1+3+4 architecture with the red core, the high-speed red core, achieving speeds of 2.84 gigahertz. The mid-speed 3 mid-speed cores, and the efficiency cores, which are in light blue. It has the ability to run smoothly and optimally use power. Also, for our hardcore fans, this uses the latest ARM A77 architecture. Like some other 5G chipsets that are recently launched in the market, which use one from the previous generation. Overall, it is 25% faster and offers support for the new network technologies, 5G and Wi-Fi 6. Now, AI performance has also doubled since the previous generation. And overall, power efficiency has increased by up to 35%. For the first time ever, this features an updatable GPU drivers on mobile. This is an amazing flagship chipset by Qualcomm and definitely worthy of its flagship status. Now, in order to keep this beast cool, we've added an advanced liquid cool system with multiple layers of graphite that helps to disperse the heat more evenly. Overall, this can reduce device temperature by up to 10.5 degrees Celsius. So this keeps our Mi 10 series fast, cool, and calm, ready for anything. For the first time ever, we are offering LPDDR5 as standard in the Mi 10 series. This is the fastest RAM available in the market today. What this means for the average user is faster performance and increased power efficiency. For storage, we are using up to 256 gigabytes of UFS 3.0, which offers improved speed and power efficiency as well. So all these combined has earned the Mi 10 Pro a top Antutu benchmark score of 602,000 at the time of launch. 602,000. Now, to give you a sense, I remember when we launched Mi 1 on the 16th of August 2011, many years ago. Now, back then, we were very proud of hitting an Antutu score of below 10,000. So we've gone from 10,000 to 600,000. 60-fold in 9 short years. It's incredible how far we've come. Now, device speed isn't much use if you're limited by your network speed. On top of 5G, we've included Wi-Fi 6 for the very first time in our phones. Now, this offers max Wi-Fi speeds of nearly 3 times faster. It improves performance in high traffic areas, for example, in a crowded office or in a popular coffee shop. It also allows you to connect to more devices, making it the perfect step for your evolution towards your own smart home. Now, why is Wi-Fi 6 so special? We would like to take a few moments to explain this. It really is because of a few new technologies. Now, the first we're going to introduce is something called orthogonal frequency division multiple access. It's a little bit of a mouthful, so let's call it OFDMA. Now, basically, you can compare this to how a truck does package delivery. In older Wi-Fi standards, this is the graphic at the bottom. One truck can only carry one package to one place. Under Wi-Fi 6, which is the one at the top, one truck can carry multiple packages to multiple places. This means that more data is transmitted in a shorter period of time. Now, secondly, Wi-Fi 6 minimizes Wi-Fi conflicts with neighbors and co-workers. How does it do this, and why is this important? What Wi-Fi 6 does is that it automatically tags your device, each device, with a color, and ignores others. This means that your device doesn't have to spend as much time checking for conflicts, and this frees up time for data transmission. Now, third, more devices can now transmit on a single channel. Now, we have a little bit of a graphic to show you this. You see that? It's like driving on a 5-lane highway versus driving on a single-lane highway. So with all these, Wi-Fi 6 is definitely the new generation of wireless technology. And together, this will give you a faster and better Wi-Fi experience. Now, combining Wi-Fi 6 and 5G will connect our smartphones and our smart homes like never before. It will bring us closer to seamless integration, and you can take your time, and you can create your own AIoT super internet at home. To help you do that, we'll be launching the Mi AIoT Router AX3600. This is our first Wi-Fi 6 router, and it will be available to you very, very soon. This router is perfect for AIoT. It has a dedicated AIoT antenna, which is the one in the middle, and Wi-Fi chip, which allows for automatic discovery of IoT devices. Now, it supports one-click configuration, so the user experience is very good. This router can also support up to 248 devices, now versus about 64 devices in most competitive models. It's going to be available at just 119.99 euros, making it, as always, an amazing product at an honest price. Just to give you a sense, other Wi-Fi 6 routers cost 3 times more than this on average. Now, for those of you who want an even better price, but are not ready for Wi-Fi 6, we're offering a similar Wi-Fi 5 variant, starting at just 49 euros. This is also a great, great product. But back to Mi 10. Let's talk about power. You see, over the course of the last 2 months or so, I've been largely working from home. Now, I think I've participated in probably the world's largest work from home experience in the world up until now. Today, unfortunately, a lot of our friends watching this are facing similar circumstances. So I want to share my own experience. What has been very critical for me working from home over these last 2 months is really power. Enough power to last through 8 to 10 hour Zoom calls every single day. But no battery lasts forever. What Mi 10 series can do is that it offers you very, very fast charging speeds. Mi 10 Pro has an amazing 50-watt wired charging. Thank you. Now, this is one of the very fastest charging standards available. What it can do is that you can charge your entire device in just 45 minutes. 45 minutes. That's from 0 to 100%. What this means is that you can fully charge your phone while you're watching one half of a football game. Now, how about the Mi 10? The Mi 10 supports 30 watts wired charging. We are going to do a comparison chart for you in a bit to show you how it compares with other competitive flagship models. But this is already much faster than most other flagships in the market today. And for those of you who prefer wireless charging, which by the way, wireless charging is a very real use case when you're working from home. 30 watts wireless charging. This is a huge leap forward, not only for us, but the entire industry. What this can do for you is you can go from 0% to 100% battery life in 65 minutes. 65 minutes. So this means you can fully charge your phone in the time you're having lunch between your Zoom call meetings. It's an amazing experience. Now, of course, we also believe in sharing. So we've included reverse wireless charging. This reverse wireless charging can be used to charge your own accessories, like your headphones, your mouse, but it can also be used to charge your friends' smartphones. Now you pair that with a 4,500 to 4,780 milliamps battery, and really what you have is one of the best flagship available for working from home. Now to make this better, unlike our competitors, we didn't even cut corners with our inbox charger. We've included a 65-watt charger for your Mi 10 Pro. Now this is a great charger for not just your phone, but your laptop and your gaming portables. So you can see both Mi 10 and Mi 10 Pro in this chart offer better wired charging, better wireless charging, a better inbox charger, by quite a long shot. If you look at competitor products, Mi 10 and Mi 10 Pro are really beating them here by quite a large margin. So no compromises. This is the best flagship experience when you're working from home. Now this is the insight of one of the best flagships in the market today. The best video, camera, and audio experience. It carries Snapdragon 865 with Wi-Fi 6 and 5G connectivity. It has the fastest wireless charging, wired charging, and a 65 inbox charger to bring you the best work from home flagship experience. But that is not all. Like I said just now, there are always some details to amaze you with our Xiaomi products. Now in the Mi 10 series specifically, I want to share something that I personally love. You see, because we have added the X-axis linear vibration model, this phone has a very sophisticated vibration when you type long emails and when you game. The haptic feedback is amazing. We've spent a lot of effort to tune this to give you the best experience when you're typing on your phone. This is one of the best experiences I've had on a flagship phone ever in terms of typing. So I hope you can find more details like this in your Mi 10 series when you get one in your hands. To sum up, let's take a video to see what the Mi 10 series is all about. Mi 10 Pro has achieved the triple crown on DxO Mark rankings. Number 1 in video, number 1 for camera, and number 1 in audio. Now this is a huge achievement for us, and something we've been working and pursuing over the last few years. But we will not stop here. We will stay dedicated to constantly improving products for you, our users. Last, let's talk about sales and availability. Taking a look at their core specs side by side, you see both Mi 10 and Mi 10 Pro feature a 108 megapixel quad camera with identical primary sensors. Now the Mi 10 Pro features a slight upgrade, a telephoto sensor, but both still offer an amazing photography and video experience. Mi 10 Pro offers better charging, but Mi 10 features a slightly larger battery. Now I want to explain this. This is because of limited physical space. When we increase charging speed, we are forced to slightly reduce battery size. When we increase charging speed, we are forced to slightly reduce battery size. So what our engineers have done is to give you the best charging experience in Mi 10 Pro while keeping an impressive 4,500 milliamp battery. And let's compare them with all the other premium flagships in the market today. What we've done is to check off where we are similar or better in terms of specs. Now what you can clearly see here is that Mi 10 and Mi 10 Pro holds up and beats competitor devices that price at up to 1,400 euros. Now the competitive models fall behind in many areas, such as camera, charging, inbox charger, so on and so forth. So considering all of that, our prices will start at 799 euros and 999 euros for Mi 10 Pro. These are the best prices you'll find for devices of this caliber in the market today. We made it our goal to make Mi 10 series as accessible as possible. So with the help of our partners, we'll be offering the Mi 10 series through more channels than ever before. In Spain, both devices will begin pre-orders starting on the 1st of April, and sales will begin on the 15th from a variety of partners. Now please pay attention to the pre-orders. Pre-orders will receive a bonus gift of up to 100 euros, and this box will include our latest Mi True wireless earphones too. This is for Italy, which will come with some amazing pre-order gifts as well, so please look out for the pre-order dates. This is for France, again with great pre-order gifts. Germany, where pre-order gifts include the TV and my favorite metal luggage. Finally, for the Benelux region. We will also be sharing information on other regions' availability through our official websites very soon. I want to say here that we will do our very best to make sure that even in these difficult times, we will hold to these dates. However, because of special circumstances, if there are any delays, we hope for your understanding as well. Taking one final moment to compare Mi 10 and Mi 10 Pro to competitive premium flagships. Not only do we offer you the best price possible, but also the best specs possible. Leading camera, processor, charging and charger, and the best dual speakers experience. This is easily the best work from home flagship available today. So this is the Mi 10 series. With the leading 108 megapixel quad camera, 5G ready Qualcomm Snapdragon 865, the best work from home flagship experience with some of the fastest charging speeds ever and top rated dual speakers. Are you excited? I'm sure you are. 2020 is going to be the year of 5G for everyone. As I said, we'll be launching 3 new smartphones today, all of them 5G. And the third of those We've also included an in-screen fingerprint sensor, a 48 megapixel quad camera, and high capacity battery. Stacking up with what we've shared today, we can see that Mi 10 Lite 5G keeps up with certain flagships costing up to 1,000 euros. You see, with 5G support, bigger display, more megapixels or more sensors, and a bigger battery, this device holds itself up to certain premium flagships. But as we said, the purpose of this device is to make 5G accessible. So it needs to have an accessible price, right? This is why we are going to be pricing Mi 10 Lite 5G at just 349 euros to start. Thank you. Availability will begin May. Similar or better specs at less than half the price. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Mi 10 Lite 5G. Of course, this device isn't the same as our Mi 10 or our Mi 10 Pro, but it still offers impressive specs like 5G connectivity and the Qualcomm Snapdragon 765G. Now we think this sets a new standard for 2020 5G quasi-flagships. Please stay tuned for more details. We've talked a lot about smartphones today, but as you know, our dual AIoT and smartphone model makes us different. For those of you who don't know, we're actually one of the world's largest consumer IoT platforms globally today. We have over 213 million connected devices outside of smartphones. Now, in the new 5G era, the interconnectivity between phones and IoT devices will be more important and better than ever before. So to help you take full advantage of that, we'll be offering you something big. Any guesses? That's right, the 65-inch Mi TV 4S. Now let's quickly go through some details. The design features a premium metal body. It's gorgeous and strong, like you. It's built for form and function. It includes metal legs to keep it upright, but it's also wall mountable, with a profile that suits nearly every home. I wish this were my home, by the way. But more importantly, how about image quality? The Mi TV 4S offers 4K support and also gives you HDR10+, which is a combination that offers crisp, dynamic, and vivid imagery. Visually, the Mi TV 4S 65-inch is incredible. And also from an audio perspective, it has dual speakers, Dolby Audio, and DTS HD, which makes this both a winner to your eyes and your ears. Now, Mi TV 4S offers access to many content providers, so content is not going to be an issue. It also gives you access to the Google Play Store, so you can download whatever you need to make the most of your experience. Now, for convenience, the remote control features a voice control button. I want to spend a bit of time talking about this because it is one of my favorite things about this controller. You see, once you use voice search to search for content on your television, you will really never go back to typing with a remote control, which is a terrible experience. This also comes with a built-in Google Chromecast, so you can cast or mirror your Mi 10 display easily. For connectivity, Mi TV 4S has 3 HDMI and 3 USB ports, and of course, has an Ethernet port and supports Wi-Fi. It's an amazing product. I've been using one at home, and it's perfect for family events or for those long movie marathons at home. Now, in terms of pricing, it's going to be available early bird, starting at just 549 euros. It's an incredible price. The Mi TV 4S will be available at Mi stores starting this June. Please look out for it. Now we've got another killer product for you now that spring is here. Beyond pollution, some of you may be worried about allergies or pollen in the air. Now for that, we are introducing the compact and powerful Mi Air Purifier 3H. This device comes with a true HEPA filter. It eliminates 99.97% of harmful dust particles. That's nearly everything. It's very efficient, and it purifies 45 square meters of space in just 17 minutes. Now you can adjust your settings with just a tap on the smart OLED screen. And by the way, you can also check out your PM 2.5 levels right there. So it's very, very convenient. If you look at competitor prices, what you see is that for anything that has anything close to what we're offering, prices are usually start from 300 euros all the way up to 357 euros in Europe. Now, our Mi Air Purifier 3H will be available at just 179 euros. Amazing product, honest prices. Now, it's pretty clear that from both a tech and a price perspective, only one model here has the advantage. Higher CADR, which is clean air delivery rate, and OLED touch display, and more efficient power usage. Of course, the best price. Now, if you're looking for your first, or you're looking to upgrade your air purifier, this one here may be the right one for you. It will be available through a variety of channels, with dates to come very, very soon. Now, with all these products, you may be thinking about how to make your home smarter as soon as possible. Now, if you're thinking that, we've got something perfect for you. A bundle of all the 3 smart products we have launched today: the air purifier, the Mi TV 4S 65-inch, the Mi AIoT router, and we'll throw in a smart light bulb that you can control with a smart home. So you can start your smart home experience at just 699 euros, which is the same price you will pay for a competitive television from another brand. Now all these can be connected to our AIoT app to give you a very seamless user experience. And now, finally, one more thing. Listen smart with Mi True Wireless earphones too. We've improved the True Wireless design, and they're built for excellent sound and convenience. And of course, the best price possible, starting at just 79.99 euros. So these are the 3 5G phones we've launched today. Mi 10 and Mi 10 Pro, the world's best work-from-home smartphone with amazing video, leading camera, and the best charging experience. We've also launched the Mi 10 Lite 5G, making 5G more accessible. Now beyond that, we've launched 5 amazing AIoT products. The Mi Air Purifier 3H, 2 AIoT routers, the Mi True Wireless earphones 2, and our 65-inch Mi TV 4S. 8 killer products at 8 honest prices, allowing everyone in the world to enjoy a better life through technology. Thank you. Now this concludes our presentation today, but please make sure you stay online to check out an unboxing video from one of the world's leading tech experts and my good friend, Mr. Jonathan Morrison. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your attention and your time. Please stay safe in these extraordinary times, and I hope to see you soon again. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, why are you still filming this? Let's go. Unboxing with Jonathan Morrison. Let's go. That's the best relative price point compared with any other flagships that's comparable to ours. So we are not deviating from our mission. It's just that because this is such a premium phone, which honestly just costs more to build, it is relatively, compared to our other devices, higher. But compared to everybody else in the market, we still have the best price for the value that you're getting.
Yeah, that definitely kind of makes sense, just packing this thing full of features, having it be the top tier option. With that, though, I've seen this question come up everywhere, and that's, will this...
Yo guys, Jonathan here, got some quick impressions on the brand new Mi 10 and Mi 10 Pro from Xiaomi. They both share a lot of similarities, but they're also jam-packed full of features. For starters, both are really pretty looking phones. I'm not sure which color I like the most, but either way, they both look really good. They both feature a Snapdragon 865 with some advanced cooling to take advantage of all that power. They're both 5G ready. They both share a near 6.7-inch beautiful 90 Hz curved AMOLED display, which translates to a super fluid, smooth experience. And potentially the craziest feature on both these phones is the 108 megapixel quad camera that shoots up to 8K video. Now the camera configuration on the Mi 10 and Mi 10 Pro are slightly different. The Mi 10 has a dedicated macro lens for those close-up shots, whereas the Mi 10 Pro has two different telephoto lenses at different focal lengths, so you have a series of different options. In terms of battery life, both pack massive batteries inside, so you have no problem getting through a full day. The Mi 10 has a slightly larger battery, whereas the Mi 10 Pro has faster wired charging. Specifically, the Mi 10 Pro can charge at up to 50 watts wired, which is kind of crazy. The Mi 10, on the other hand, can charge up to 30 watts, and then both feature 30-watt wireless charging. They both also feature really great sounding stereo speakers, which I think kind of complements the overall experience of the display, which is HDR10 certified. The Mi 10 Pro will actually go up to a peak brightness of 1200 nits, which is crazy bright, so you're getting a really overall great media experience. So yeah, power, check, screen, check, audio, check. The Mi 10 and Mi 10 Pro packed pretty much every feature inside there. If you want to learn more, I'm about to hop on a call with their president of international, Xiaomi Chu, so make sure to check that out. So let's go.
Hi, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm solid. How about you?
I'm good, thank you. I hope you're staying safe in these very extraordinary times.
Yeah, the world is definitely crazy right now, but we're staying safe. We're staying inside. Hopefully you are as well.
Thank you. Jonathan, look, I know you are a big fan of videos and photos, and you have been using our Mi 10 Pro, which is a great camera and video phone for a while now. So which feature are you most impressed by?
Yeah, so I realize we're supposed to be inside right now, but before things got as crazy as they are, I was having a lot of fun with Night Mode 2.0, especially because that works with the ultra-wide-angle lens, and I think those two things together give you some really cool results. I would also say vlog mode, just how easy it is to chop something together, especially right now. I think as resources are limited, if you're looking to shoot video, the easier it is to do that on your phone, I think the better.
Sure.
And then from there, just being someone who loves tech and video, I think it's hard not to be excited at 8K video recording on a smartphone. I know a lot of people are probably going to say that's overkill, but for me, it's more about the flexibility and what you can do with that in post. We kind of saw that with 4K, where if you worked in a 1080p project, you had the ability to reframe, almost have two different camera angles with one phone. So with that, it kind of gives us that flexibility, but in a 4K project. And on top of that, you also have the ability to potentially extract a still from a video, which is awesome. So the video features are packed, huge thumbs up there. I do have one question for you, though I think a lot of people also would like to know, and that's why is the price on the Mi 10 Pro higher than it usually is for a Xiaomi smartphone?
Well, Jonathan, I think it's a great question. As you know, the mission of our company is to deliver amazing products at honest prices so that everybody in the world can enjoy technology. And we are not going to deviate from this mission. Now, the Mi 10 series is our flagship, 10th anniversary flagship. And this is truly a device that has all the premium features that you can imagine in a flagship phone. Now, we think pricing is a relative concept.
For sure.
It still has the best relative price point compared with any other flagships that's comparable to ours. So we are not deviating from our mission. It's just that because this is such a premium phone, which honestly just costs more to build, it is relatively, compared to our other devices, higher. But compared to everybody else in the market, we still have the best price for the value that you're getting.
Yeah, that definitely kind of makes sense, just packing this thing full of features, having it be the top tier option. With that, though, I've seen this question come up everywhere, and that's, will this be available in my region?
Jonathan, look, we have the supply ready. We are ready to launch. After this launch event, we're ready to move them into the stores and the websites so that our consumers around the world, in Europe and elsewhere, can buy them very, very soon. Now, because of the special circumstances we're in, we may be slightly delayed, but the intention is to get it to you very, very, very soon.
That is definitely awesome to hear. Not to go too deep into this question, but with the Mi 10 Pro being the flagship highest end option that's supposed to have every single feature, I've noticed that it does not have a headphone jack. And I think fans can tend to be curious on what goes into the decision making with the smartphone, the battery, the screen, the headphone jack. So maybe you could elaborate on that process.
Okay, well, that's a great question, Jonathan. Regarding specifically on the headphone jack, when we're designing a flagship phone, the thinking behind this is that this has to be the ultimate user experience. From camera to audio to video to wireless charging technology and all the great things that we talked about in the launch event. We need to make sure this is the ultimate experience. Now, in order to make sure that we have all these and still keep the phone relatively thin so that you have a good hand feel, we had to look at all the other features that are they 100% necessary? And if we remove them, what kind of compromise we're making? Now, for the headphone jack itself, first we know that Bluetooth wireless technology is already very well accepted by a lot of our users. In fact, we launched our second version of our TWS earphones today as well. The second is you can still use your Type-C jack to plug in a very simple converter, and your wired earphones will work with the Type-C jack as well. The third is you can still use that Type-C jack and use wireless charging and charge a phone at the same time. So we think that from a user experience point of view, this is something that we can remove and overall improve the entire experience of the phone, including the hand feel. Now, of course, there are many small details of the phone. We shared a lot of this during the launch event. For those who are interested, for example, we still kept the infrared. And there are many other cool features that we hope that you use and discover for yourself as well.
Definitely appreciate your insight on that, and kind of touching on some of those high-end features, the 108 megapixel camera, 8K video recording. I know, again, like we've talked about, some people may say that it's overkill, but what's your take on that?
Well, we believe in always making sure that we are pushing the limits of what technology can do. The user experience that you're going to get out of the 108 megapixel camera is going to be amazing. I've been using it for a while now, and the clarity and detail you can get out of that camera when taking stills is amazing. You can take a photo of your favorite scenery and then make it into a very big poster, and even when it's blown up to that kind of scale, it still keeps all the detail and clarity. I think as our users, as this technology becomes more available to our users, they will discover that some of these features are actually very useful in day-to-day life as well. So, we believe in making sure that good technology is available for everyone. And I think the 108 megapixel camera is a very good example of that.
I would definitely have to agree with you on most points there. One more question for you before we wrap this up. I think most of us out there know, especially anyone into tech knows, the smartphone industry is crazy competitive right now. So maybe you can give us some insight on what Xiaomi does to kind of separate themselves from the rest.
I think at the heart of it, we want to always be friends with our users. So we listen very closely to our users. And, we call them friends. We want to be friends with our users. And I think this is something that's very deeply embedded in our DNA across the way we develop MIUI, the way we develop our product portfolio, the way we communicate with our fans. Now, the other very key differentiator is, we have a very specific and clear mission, which is to deliver amazing products at honest prices so that everybody in the world can enjoy technology. There's a mission behind this. It is not just, trying to sell and do business. It is really about making sure that these amazing products are priced honestly so that everybody can actually get access to them. And the third thing, of course, is, we're not just a smartphone company. We are a smartphone and AIoT dual engine company. So as you use more of our Xiaomi devices, be it our phones, our televisions, our routers, our air purifiers, our scooters, and connect them to this IoT platform, we are building on interconnectivity use cases that have not existed before, but allows you to interact with this Internet of Things in a much more seamless way. So I think when you combine these three things together, Xiaomi is truly different from anybody else in the market.
Awesome. Thank you so much, man, for taking the time to chat with me, with the audience. Really appreciate it. And for those of you guys out there watching right now, hopefully you guys had some fun. Definitely make sure to check out Xiaomi, and I will catch you guys later.
Well, thank you very much for watching the launch event today. Thank you for your time.